Wow, wow, wow. We have I'm really thrilled to be able to bring to you this next, it's only going to be a 10-minute short segment. And I'm excited to bring this to you because I myself have gone through times in my life where there were things I said or didn't say. And then I looked back on it later and I said, oh man, I should have or I shouldn't have said. Have you ever had that happen to you in your life where maybe something came up from years ago and then it resurfaced and you just didn't know how to address it? Well, yesterday, I'm going to read to you what I got, this message. Actually, this morning, this message I got, I had interviewed Lena Cebula, about she had been human trafficked as well as had been a drug addict, and she's way recovered, many, many years ago. And she has now a family with kids, and, she's now, speaking out about this topic, human trafficking. And so this morning I woke up and she sent me this message. I'm not going to read the whole message, but the gist of it is that I'm going to bring her on to talk about something that she came to a realization last night. She couldn't sleep. So she sent me this message, and I'm just going to read the very last part of it. And she says, I hope you understand, and I want to come clean. So let's welcome Lena up to the stage. Lena, thank you so much for reaching out to me because, sometimes it's hard to admit that we did or didn't say something that we should or shouldn't have said. So what I'd love for you to do is just kind of like a quick synopsis. I think yesterday there was a point there where I asked you a question. And the question is, were charges ever pressed? Now, before we get into that, just share with you, you got to watch the other video from yesterday. We're not going to recover all that because I literally have only 10 minutes today. So you got to watch the previous episode in order to find out exactly what we're talking about if you didn't watch yesterday's. So I asked you this question. I said, did the police ever press charges? And if I remember correctly, this is from Canada. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, actually, question before that was, how did you get out? And
Yeah.
I think what happened is I wasn't being honest. And what I'm doing today, I want to apologize to all of you, to Linda and to all of the listeners and people who watching, because I panicked and the answer come out from my head so fast because I was lying all my life about who I am, what I'm doing here. And it was response on fear, and it's come out as a self-defense, but it was completely lie. And I cannot live with myself to misleading you, to tell you that when I get out, I went to the police and they didn't do anything, because it's totally wrong. And it's very misleading, because now I know if I would go to police, no way they wouldn't do anything. They would press charges, they would find it, they would investigate, they would do their job, because they actually taking this seriously. So for me to come out and who I am right now and tell you that police wouldn't take care of it, that is wrong, because there are people who listening who might need help, and they might hear that and think like, oh, to go to police is useless, to tell someone is useless. So I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I said that. I'm sorry that I lie about this, because I had fear. I had fear that somebody could hear what I'm saying and put two and two together and figure out this is me. But I cannot live in this fear anymore. I don't want this fear to boss me around, and I don't want to give in to it, and I don't want to be a liar. I'm not a liar anymore. I'm a new creation, and I'm gonna stay for the righteousness, although I feel embarrassed and so upset that this happened. But on another hand, I'm so grateful for this opportunity, especially when I'm start speaking out in the beginning of my ministry. This has happened because I know so much more of who I am and what I'm stand for. I'm so grateful to Linda give me this opportunity to come clean about it, because I've changed, I'm mature, and I want you to know by this, that I'm human, I do mistakes. Sometimes I fall into my like old path and stuff, but I'm in control. I don't want to stay there. I don't want to know by that. And I don't want you to read my book, because I didn't say that there as well because I was so scared that somebody can put two and two together. So I tell you the truth. I didn't just left. I ran away.
So tell us, I want you to like go back to that. You ran away. First of all, thank you so much for having the strength and courage to say, you know what, I didn't tell the truth. And that is a difficult thing for, a lot of people, right? And especially when you didn't tell the truth and then to come back and say, I didn't tell the truth. Like that's almost worse. It's almost like a
Well, I
double
had no
whammy, right?
peace. I had no peace. I could not sleep. I was so confronted that I was thinking over and over. And I'm like, why did I say that? And it was just like immediate response because I lie so much about this. But now I want to tell the truth because that might help someone.
Yeah. So why don't you share with us then tell us what really transpired.
Well, what happened actually, it's on another side of miraculous too, because actually I wasn't a prisoner at that moment. And I was thinking like how did that happen? But I think because I play so well a victim that I actually was follow the instruction like a dog, like it wasn't like long time that I've been in Canada, but I've been in a different country. I didn't speak the language, so I have nowhere to go. And I didn't know anyone. So honestly, that's number one what they're using because it's different, like foreign country, and you literally alone. You are here alone, and I think that it's been used against that. But then when I realized that I'm gonna have like some documents because they want us to be legal so we wouldn't get deported, I thought to myself, oh my goodness, this is an opportunity. I don't know how that started happening to my mind, but then I met a girl at work who was Canadian as well. And I actually asked them if I can go to ESL classes so I could communicate with clients. I don't know like how on earth they actually give me direction to this school, and I was learning English because I want to communicate with clients. But actually I knew from home to the school, I knew that road, so I would know like where I live. I don't know that when I was speaking yesterday, I'm like, whoa, like my mind went like in blur because I still was on drugs, so like there was a moment in my
Not
life.
yesterday, but
Oh no,
years.
not yesterday. that time, no, I've been clean for so long. But
I have a question though, because you mentioned job and stuff. So where were you working at the time? Who were your clients?
Canadians.
No, but I
was a
mean, what kind of work
prostitute.
were you doing?
I was a prostitute.
Okay. So I wanted to be clear on that because that's what I wasn't sure. It was like, was she going to a 9 to 5, like working in a building or
No.
what have you, So even though you were doing that, you still wanted to be able to communicate with them and be able to speak the language.
Well,
So
actually, I want to speak the language because I realize I can stay in Canada.
Oh.
And that's how it's come up. I don't know, like all this, like, and then it's happened that my nightlife kind of start overlapping with the day. I'm thinking, wow, I actually can be legal here, and I can start from the clean slate. And when I met this girl, I think I use her too. I'm like, she could be that opportunity. So when I ran away, I knew where I'm gonna go. I knew literally like one person in Canada, and I didn't even know if she will take me. I just used the opportunity, and she said yes. Although it was the crazy too, because I have to run from her too later on.
Was she also a prostitute?
Yes.
She was. Okay. And so when you went with her, what happened at that point? Like the people who were trafficking you, what happened with them? I mean, did they just like disappeared?
I actually still had my phone. What happened when I ran away, we got like really, really drunk and we got into fist fight, and I just used the opportunity. I don't even remember if I took anything. I had nothing. So I just kind of like, I don't even remember how it happens. I just run. And I end up at this girl's house, and I still have my phone. And they call me and they say they never expect this of me because I was a good slave, I guess.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I was very good puppet, but they threatened me that I owe them so much money for bringing me here, and that they will hunt me down, that they will kill me, that they will kill my family back home. And I was scared, so I just threw out that phone. And first English phrases that I asked this girl to teach me actually was like, "Don't touch me, help me." They trying to kidnap me. They raping me, like all this stuff that I could scream in public. And I had these crazy dreams that somebody in the mall gonna come to me and just drag me and in a car. But she assured me that I have rights, and if I scream for help, they will help me. That's why I want to tell you, like, if you scream for help, they will help you. The police will come and they will do their job. So for me, belittling that and tell you like not to do it, not to go police, like, you can't. You have to tell someone, you have to scream. If you have an opportunity, just scream that I've been like kidnapped, raped, whatever. Somebody will come to aid.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So well, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, we have 1 minute left. But thank you so much for coming here and sharing that. And because it adds just that even more deep level to your story, right? And then for having the courage to say that to us today, to come, like I said, come clean. Those are your words, not mine. I wanted to come clean. So, but thank you for doing that and having that, because it's, a lot of us, like I grew up as a habitual liar, and I told a lot of lies because I was scared. And like we talked a little bit earlier, it's like a protection, right? When we tell lies. And it's something for some reason yesterday when I asked you the question, you went into a bad habit that you used to have, but then you came right back out of it. So congratulations
it's like
on
a
that.
default mode. It's a default mode, and it's been there for so long that sometimes this has happened. But now I'm Christian. God told me when I started writing that book, He's like, I will protect you from your enemies. So for me, like, to go and ask my lies to protect me, it's just not right, because I believe that I'm gonna be protected, my family protected. That's why I'm doing this, and I want to be bold and courageous to doing that. But if I lie, what's the point? I don't respect that. Although I'm human, and I apologize to all of you, to God, to myself, and now I've forgiven me, and I know God forgiven me, and I hope and pray you forgiven me, and I can move on, and I'm on my path, and I'm on the right path with the right intentions and with the truth.
Yes, the truth. The truth will set you free, right? Amen, sister. Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much. And I hate to cut it short, but I do have to go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lena, again for coming on. Of course, I forgive you. Like I have, I don't have any judgment or anything about that. But I'm so glad that you reached out to me and you said something, because this is how we could then share it with everybody to set it straight so that they can know the truth. So awesome. So
and I hope and pray it's gonna help someone to seek help, and the government and police and people around you there to help you. If you are in trouble, they will help you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So everybody have a great night. And I'm going to tack this on to the end of the podcast so that it's there as well. So we have that truth piece that comes out at the end. So it's going to make for a very interesting episode. Thank you so much. But Lena, thanks for everything you're doing to bring light, to human trafficking, and to do what you can to play your part in helping to diminish it, because I know it's never going to go away. But at least to diminish it. If we could save one life, then we've done our job, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Everybody have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Bye.